this is my base in Minecraft. And honestly, I'm kind of sick of it. That's convenient because I surrounded it by all my farms that are useful for making this world more and more OP, but just the base does not feel OP. So today we are building ourselves up a brand new gigantic mega base, and I'm doing it in one of the most unique ways possible. And if you guys go on to enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash that like button, hit subscribe, join the PaulGG army. And here's to episode 23 of Minecraft Hardcore. Now, first things first, when building a base, you need to find a new location because, well, I mean, we built our very first base in this entire world in a mountain, literally clear through it. It was kind of cool. Our second base, giant ocean base. I'm thinking bigger. I'm thinking a little bit more practical and a little bit more convenient. I had a lot of plans for this base. They're out the window. I don't really want to do them. You ever get just so motivated to do something else in Minecraft and then all of a sudden you drop what you're doing and you throw away all the other ideas because the new idea is so cool or like so fun? That's kind of what I'm going through at the moment. So we need to find a new location because we've littered a lot of this area with just a bunch of builds. I'm just kidding. I pretty much pre-scouted out an area. I just, decided to fly around for transitionary purposes. However, this village is not too far away from basically our current base, far enough away to where we can be able to create new farms and stuff like that and have plenty of room. But it's also not that far away from our most recent project, which is mining out the entirety of a trial chamber. Okay, maybe it is. I don't know where it is. I'm a little lost.
A few inches later.
Ah, here it is. It'll be pretty nice to be able to at least be close to one of our more recent projects. So I think that village will be perfect. The only thing is a bunch of people living in it. Got to kick them out. There we go. Pretty much all those houses are completely wiped out and they're gone. And there's a bunch of displaced families. What? For now, we'll build them a kingdom. Don't worry. They'll be living like kings.
Please, sir, I want some more.
If they play nice and do what I say. Yeah, we'll probably just build up our own kingdom basically all the way around our entire base. It'll look really cool. I got a vision. I got a vision this time, but not a single house is left. But all I really need to do is kind of like even out the land, level it out a bit because it's looking pretty slopey and there's just a bunch of holes and it's kind of ugly and that's real boring. So I'd rather use magic to do that with a little swish and a whoosh. There we go. Now we pretty much have the entire area all cleared out. I basically wanted to create like kind of a giant naturally circle-y shape around what's going to be the base, and then this outline is obviously the perimeter of the base itself. It's basically a 50 by 50 block area, and then it's also like raised up on this tiny little mountain because, well, I'm gonna kind of create like this stone platform for it to sit on, and then down here is basically where all the houses and stuff for all the villagers and our kingdom is going to be. And I forgot to put torches down here. Anyways, but the whole entire village will surround our giant mega base. Now, I don't know when and or how or what I'm going to build that village. However, I want to try to create like a stone platform. It doesn't have to look perfect. To be honest, I don't see myself ever running into the base. I want to try to mix in cobblestone and regular stone, which I actually realized I have 0 regular stone on me. Not to worry, we do also have a silk touch pick, and I'm kind of curious about checking out some of the caves nearby the base, so I know what's below what we're building on top of. Because I kind of plugged up a lot of little caves, and yeah, I don't know. I could be on top of a giant ravine, lava, a warden, all the things that you wouldn't want to live on top of. It's looking like it might be some underwatery type of caves, huh? Well, at least I know now because that means that I am absolutely never digging down. I hate draining out those stupid caves. Oh yeah, the facts are checking out. We're living on top of a dang ocean. There's water cave after water cave. Okay, I need stone. There we go. Now we got our nice little pebble platform that we're going to be living on top of. Now I'm hoping this should be big enough. The only thing is I might need to expand the outer ring a little bit and shovel all the way around it, creating a little bit more living space for the village. But otherwise, this thing is coming together. Now it is time to erect the first portion of the base, which, as you guys can tell by the title thumbnail, obviously it's no secret. We're building our base out of giant blocked versions of actual blocks. Starting off, I want the first block to be a crafting table, which obviously has a lot of different shades of brown and will require a lot of different blocks. Actually, I'm looking at it. Even this axe, this is like one shade of brown, two shades of brown, one gray, light gray, and white. Also, there's like leather on top of the crafting table. I feel like I never noticed this. And here's the part in the video where my audio gets completely messed up for no other reason other than the fact that my computer hates me. So you guys get future Paul here to describe what's going on. Basically, these are all the blocks that we're going to be using to be able to build up the crafting table. Starting off with the entire outline, building this thing all the way up and around so we know what we need to fill in. Don't worry, I already know I'm messing this thing up completely, and I know that I'm going to have to go back and adjust all the different blocks until I find the right little mixture going on. But for now, this outline should do. Now it's time to just fill it all in. And finally, there it is, our gigantic no, I'm kidding, it's obviously a regular crafting table, but there's our crafting table. Now this is just obviously the bones of it. We still do need to add on the tools, which will add like a lot more texture, but I also have the idea of like making it three-dimensional and potentially like, you know, making them stand out to give it also a little bit of depth to it. There we go. Now that looks much better. Actually, I like it a lot. This thing looks significantly better. This side's still a little bit on the bland side. I mean, it just literally has scissors. Like that's all that's on that side. And so that's why I didn't want that to be the front. The front has to be the axe and the hammer, which obviously looks significantly better. But the scissors, they're a bit on the bland side. And of course we did it all the way around it. So we got the axe and the hammer over here as well. And then on the, wonder what that is. Why would all of a sudden it just says that on the back of the old crafting table? Very strange. And now obviously I also never did like the top side of it because the top is just going to be another building. So we're just going to build up our next gigantic block right here. And that next block being a furnace. There we go. Perfect. All right, now let's move in. Kidding, I wish it was that easy. Got to place down another 1,000,000 blocks. And there we go. Now we got the big old outline. It kind of looks weird. It looks smaller than this one, but it's not. It's actually the same height and everything. But it's just that forced perspective in Minecraft. But we have the outline for our furnace now. All we really need to do is just fill it all in, basically like we did last time. My goal for this section of the entire base is going to be maybe an iron farm, maybe the super mega smelter, mineral related things, whereas like obviously down here will be all like crafting related things. I'm envisioning like different like rooms for each base, essentially. I don't know how to describe it without it just sounding really dumb. But like basically the decorating on the inside obviously is to come, and it'll make sense in the end. The biggest thing is just obviously needing to fill in the ferni as of right now. There we go. Now we got the furnace pretty much all set up. Now I'd like to say that this was easy, except it wasn't, because while trying to build it, I was trying to do like a little bit more of like a pixel art style to create the right shapes for it. And yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. The reason why, and it's raining. The reason why I want to do a pixel art style is because, well, there's a lot of different textures in the furnace. However, I also don't like want it to just be all stone. Like the crafting table, it kind of works because I mean the whole crafting table is literally just brown. But for the furnace, it's like just one solid gray all the way around would have been really ugly. Also, I don't have that much dark gray. I don't want to have that much stone. It's a little bit easier when it's made up of different materials, except I had to actually even I had to create like a little bit of a sheep farm over over here, gathering up all the sheep and breeding them, so that then I can be able to get some wool to be able to then obviously add to the furnace. But then I realized that's kind of an issue because they would always eat the grass and then it would take forever for them to grow back. So then I created an auto farm where I got one light sheep, one dark sheep, and then the auto farm would be going also while I'm placing all the blocks. However, furnace is done, which means that we are on to our next giant block, and this one is going to be an important one for the base as well, and it's going to be the giant chest, which obviously the chest is going to be our which obviously the chest is going to be our storage room. It's going to be where we have our gigantic auto sorter for all of our blocks and all of our materials. And also this one will be my favorite one, since technically for a giant chest it's literally like 3 blocks. Let's be honest. I mean, I could do a little bit more grays inside the little thing right here, the latch. However, it's literally 3 blocks. I just need a bunch of yellow terracotta, some brown terracotta, and a tiny bit of white concrete, which we got the white concrete. I used all of my brown terracotta on the giant crafting table, and as far as yellow terracotta goes, this is all we got. That's an issue. And the only other thing is, do I want to build the chest exactly the same height as every other block? For consistency's sake, I'm going to, because otherwise it would look very wonky. But like I said, we need yellow terracotta and brown terracotta. And for that, we need terracotta land. So let's go on a bit of an adventure. Aha, terracotta land. Here we go. Why does that look like a structure? Who's living in this thing? All right, this is all we need though. We need some of that succulent yellow terracotta, and I realized I left my beacon at the new base. So I gotta mine this the slow way. I think I'm gonna die. Now it should be good to go. I got plenty of yellow and brown terracotta, hopefully. Might have to come back here. We will see. However, before we get back to all the hard labor, check out this cave that I found. It's an exposed Badlands mine shaft. I've seen exposed mine shafts plenty of times, but never a Badlands mine shaft. It looks pretty cool. I don't know. It might be dumb. Say it's cool. Okay, it's cool. Also, what we got in this chest, huh? Enchanted golden apple, enchanted golden apple, enchanted golden apple. Golden carrots. Okay, I need to stop by the Enderman farm, heal up my tools, and then we're back to the hard labor.
3,000 whoop-whoos later.
And now we can finally get started on the outline for this entire chest. Basically gonna do the same spiel. 3 blocks for the outline all the way across. There we go. We're officially up in the clouds with this base. I really hope we don't hit build height limit. I'm sure we won't. I'm pretty sure we won't. Regardless though, we got the complete outline for the entire chest, and like I said, this is going to be the storage room. So basically I plan on having like a few different rows, maybe like 2 or 3 levels of just chests and auto sorting basically. So I can have a chest for literally every block in the game. Either way, now it's time to fill in all of the yellow for the yellowish part of the chest. And now finally all of the chest is filled in. Something about seeing a giant chest. I've done this in the past on previous worlds, and I love the look of these things. It looks kind of goofy in all the right ways. And it's probably because chests are actually just like pretty much just one color. Like when you look at a furnace texture, it looks pixelated. When you look at a crafting table texture, it looks kind of pixelated. But a chest, that looks like a giant chest. And now we're on to the last block, which is going to basically be the home block. The block in which I build a house. When you normally build a house in Minecraft, you build it on a grass block. So my goal is to basically build up a giant grass block. Now for the grass block, obviously we could do a little pixel art because there are like little shades of brown and stuff. We're not doing that. Okay. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. We ain't doing that because I have a few double chests full of dirt. So I will be building this entire block out of dirt. I mean, maybe we could add like a little bit of texture, like maybe a couple little gray squares. But for the most part, we're building the whole thing out of dirt because dirt just attaches seamlessly. And now finally, let's fly all the way up to the tippity top here and begin placing down all the dirt and doing the outline for this thing. There we we go. Now we have the entire outline of our giant dirt block. All we need to do now is just completely fill this whole entire thing in with dirt, placing the same block forever. You know what? If I have to go through this pain, so do all of you. You all get to watch me place down 1 million blocks of dirt. And now finally our giant dirt block, it basically is done, but now we need to turn it into a grass block, which obviously I feel like the most likely block I should use is moss. I just don't have very much of it, but that is fine because moss you could expand by using bone meal, which I just realized I don't have any on me. That's fine because this thing is so big that I could basically fly almost anywhere in my Minecraft world without using a single rocket. All I need to do is jump and glide. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. It looks so cool though. I could literally fly from my new base to my old base, not using a single rocket now. This is actually so cool. Now, obviously getting to the very top of it, that's a different story. That requires a lot of rockets. But my goal here is to try to create this uneven kind of like jagged look with the moss, because when you bone meal it, I don't think it like goes like a set squared amount of blocks. Holy crap, this is actually way higher than I thought it was gonna be. I'm pretty sure if I bone meal this like near the edge, it will just spread. Obviously I need to mow the grass and stuff, or we'll get rid of all that, but I'm pretty sure, does it spread down?
You gotta be kidding me.
It doesn't spread downward? Are you being full rail right now? What about if I place a block like that?
You got to be kidding me.
That's tough, bro. That's so tough. Okay, anyways, we're just gonna continue to spread across the top, and then I guess we'll worry about the sides afterwards.
Thousands of tears later.
There we go. Now we got the entire top of this thing looking all green. But we have to ruin paradise by getting rid of all of it with some water. All the carpets, all the grass, all the little shrubberies gone. Yeah, we definitely need to add on a little bit of green on the sides here to create that full like grass block image. So real quick, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly on over here very far away from where we're building the base, make a ton of moss, collect all of it, and basically just place down a ton of moss going up and down all the way around this thing about a bazillion times, and we'll see how it turns out. And now finally, our grass block is complete. I think it looks pretty solid. It looked decent. I do think I will end up adding like maybe some pixel art when I'm not lazy, just because like on the block, you see the little like gray speckles and stuff like that. It looks good, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty solid. And that obviously completing the entire outside structure of the new base. It looks so cool, actually. It looks magnificent how big it is. But now we need to start actually working on the inside of the base and kind of like setting up each thing. So like obviously for the crafting table, I'll build a more proper staircase later. But for the inside of this one, I want it to actually just be truly where I'm going to be doing all my crafting. Like I'll probably set like an actual like floor to this thing, so I don't gotta deal with this lumpy ground and creepers. I do want to incorporate a beacon into it and leave this beacon where it is. I really like the idea of a beacon shining all the way through it, especially because with beacons, there is no height limit. There's only a going down limit. Does that make any sense?
Yes, science.
There is no limit to how high you are from it, no matter how high you are above the... Oh my God. I should have built a creeper head. Hello? These guys literally just spawned right next to me. You can be as high as you want above a beacon, and you'll still have the beacon's effects. But if you're below a beacon, then yeah, it runs out of juice. But before we get started on that bottom section and creating the like cave theme, one thing I do want to do is kind of set up like an outline for where our base is going to be. And then on each side of the house, I want to essentially have like a little waterfall, and that waterfall will act kind of like a water elevator to each of the floors. Then this will basically act as like the main structure of the house. And then what I want to do is essentially just pop a small hole in the roof where basically this will be a little pond. So I'm going to just drop that water like so. Oh man, I just realized that that's gonna be an issue because it's gonna break all the torches that are down on the ground level, and now there's gonna be a million creepers down there. I hate it here. Anyways, pond. So now I need to wait for the stupid water to finish.
We've been trying to contact you regarding your car's extended.
You wait for the stupid water stream to finish up so that then I can actually create the correct waterfall, and I know exactly where it's gonna be landing because like I said, it'll act as the bubble elevator to go from floor to floor. I'll probably just be flying from floor to floor, but it's nice to know I got a bubble elevator if I run out of rockets. And then we'll create some like ponds down. I don't know why I'm sitting here describing it. Let me just show you what I mean. And finally, our crafting table is done. For now, that is. I feel like this is kind of like a manageable, kind of finished enough kind of look of what I'm really going for. It has a little bit more of like a ruggedy kind of underground kind of vibe. Because obviously, you know, when you're all the way at the top, you're on cloud 9. But when you drop to the bottom, you really at rock bottom. Get it?
Oh, brother,
this guy stinks! Don't worry, guys. I'll be here all video. So obviously, we got where the bubble elevators will be. Yeah, I realized that there's going to need to be glass around it. That was an oversight. For now, we're just flying. Over here will be where our anvils are. I need to add also, now that I think about it, some of those grindstones as well, just for the aesthetic. It kind of flows over here, you know, a little bit of lava. It's kind of like smithing over here. Over here is just gonna be some generalized crafting areas. I'll probably add like a little island right here with a map on it. That's what I should have done. Or actually a better idea, I'll probably put it over there. But then I'm gonna put my armor stands up here with all the special sets of armor that we have. And you go across the bridge where our beacon is underground, and this is actually the beacon that used to be on top of our very first base. I actually moved it over here, the solid iron beacon. And then originally over here, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do, but now that I think about it, I think this is where I'll put like a big map, and it'll be like a table, like a big square table with a map on it. It'll look very cool of like the whole basin area, and we'll just continue adding on to it. And then over here is a cobblestone generator, because why not? Honestly, it's one of those things that I'm always going to need it. Like, how else do I get this stone? Honestly. But next up, we got ourselves the furnace, which inside the furnace is obviously going to be some super smelters, as well as a fuel farm, which I'll probably put the fuel farm over there, and then I'll put the smelters over here. Which actually, first things first, I do actually want to get rid of some of this floor because I need it to be a little bit more accessible to be able to fly, and I need the outline to also match in the chest so that then I can be able to easily fly up and down it as well. So what I want to do is actually mow some of this down and kind of create like a like bridge. Well, now that I think about it, if I want this to be like a perfect bridge, I would need to do like quadrants, which would eat up a lot of usable space. So instead, I think I will just make these holes much bigger and a little bit easier to fly through. There we go. Now that's much better. I didn't really fully plan it out when I initially built this platform, but I also will need a little step off for when we have the bubble elevator working. So I'll just create a little bridge to the water. Then eventually when we got the glass going all the way up, we will be chilling, and there's plenty of room to be able to fly up and down. So now what I want to do, like I said, is set up some auto smelters. So like we'll have one really big one along the window right here, and then we'll have probably two smaller ones on each side. The bigger one will be the normal furnace, so that when I'm smelting down like sand and stuff like that, then we'll have like a smoker one, and then probably like a blast furnace one. And fortunately, we do already have one super smelter that I can easily just grab it and move it here. There we go. That's much better. So now we got our smokers, we got our furnace, and then we got our blast furnace. And for those who don't understand how a super smelter works, essentially is I load up a chest up here, let's say sand or something, then I flip this lever, it sends this minecart all the way down, hitting the activator rails, and then goes all the way back, and it's just dropping items into the furnace. And then on the back side over here, for example, there's another minecart. I would then just drop some fuel into it. Look how fast this thing's sucking it all up too. Now this hopper minecart is just loaded up and it's ready to go all the way down, putting fuel into the backside of these. That's essentially how this works. However, I need a lot more fuel to obviously power every single one of these, which I need another hopper minecart up here. However, too lazy. Because we need to get started on the fuel portion of this furnace anyways, and that being a giant lava farm. I figured the best method, because the longest lasting material is just kind of lava, right? So the best method would be to basically just load this up with a bunch of lava buckets, but I wanted to automatically make lava buckets. And so basically I need to go get some dripstone so that then I can be able to create like a big lava farm right here. Now I can't remember for sure, but I want to say in our giant trial chamber mining area, there should be a dripstone cave somewhere around here. Aha, here we go. Ooh, a spawner. Go chill. Skeletons are actually hurting a little bit. All right, anyways, back to dripstonage. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Bye, have a great time.
Took a little dicey there. Anyways. Now for this lava farm, I'm pretty sure all I'm gonna need is basically a bunch of cauldrons. And I don't know if I need running lava or if stagnant lava is okay, or if running lava is better. I honestly don't know with this stuff. I've never really done that much research. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Now that we got all of our cauldrons all set up, now all we need to do is essentially go all the way around with some of this. What is this block called? Dripstone block, and slap some drippy boys up on there. Yo, is dripstone actually just the cow of the stone world? Huh? Like, you can't tell me these aren't udders, right? What? Come on, bro. Then fly all the way back to your old base just to go grab some glass, because you forgot glass when you went back to go grab iron. So now you might as well also grab more iron so that then you can be able to make more cauldrons and make the farm even bigger. Stupid idiot. Hate myself. Ooh, you know what? It was a good idea that I came back, because I realized I could just take this lava. Because this didn't really ever work out. Like, this is way too small. So I was never able to fully like use this. However, the kelp farm was decent. For the most part, the kelp farm was what really fueled the entire old super smelter. However, kelp farm aside, let's be honest, lava is definitely always the best use for fuel. And just basically create a nice little glass wall all along this thing. And just plop some lava down in it. Like I said, I don't know for sure if it's more productive to just have like stagnant lava, or if it's okay to have running lava. The lazy boy in me wants to just leave it with running lava, but hey, I don't have enough to make it work. Or does it reach? Does it reach? Does it reach? That's upsetting. Wait, I didn't build this thing even. Oh my god. All right, there we go. Now we got it all working. I just had to move a couple from over here to over here. It wasn't that big of a deal. We're fine. We got lava all the way across, stretching as far as we can. Hopefully, like I said, it continues to work. Honestly, I might just expand this thing and make it even bigger, and then just like make aisles or something like that. I feel like that'll probably end up being the method. I don't know how fast this is even going to produce to begin with, so we'll see. Here, I'll put down like a chest right here that we can be able to throw some buckets into. And as of right now, that should be good enough for the furnace. I mean, maybe it's a little bit of decorating here and there. Maybe set up some like, I don't know, like a lava fall over there or something. But I do need to get working on the chest room, because the chest room is going to be the most work by far. But also for the grass block, guys, I want you guys to comment down below some ideas and things that we could do inside the grass block. Should we make like a museum of, I don't know, achievements, rare things like that? Should we do the base inside the grass block? Because I'm just going to make a little house on top. Let's be honest. It'll look like one block, but kind of cool. And this whole thing is kind of the base, so I'm not too worried about, you know, needing, I guess, a base inside the block. I wanted to kind of leave it blank. I do have some ideas, but I wanted to leave it blank for the most part for you guys to be able to decide what we should do in it. I was even thinking potentially bringing back the whole putting names of my subscribers in the world again. We got a big old wall up there. I'm just saying we could do some signs on a wall. I don't know. Drop some ideas, guys. Drop some ideas in the comments. But for now, I'm going to have to go get every bit of iron I've ever gotten in this world, because we're going to need a whole lot of hoppers to create a giant auto sorting system. Luckily, we have had an iron farm running for the last like 2,000 days in this world. And we have almost actually just barely shy of a full shulker box worth of iron, which I still don't know for sure if that's going to be enough iron. However, regardless, I do know for sure that I need a lot more wood because we're going to need a ton of chests, because you need chests to make hoppers, and then you need chests obviously for storage. And I'm also going to need a whole lot of spruce because we're going to make all the platforms and the bridges out of spruce. Fortunately, we are right next to a spruce forest. Ooh, actually, I just came up with a really cool idea for the chest room. Like, let's say I want to just go to the chest room just to grab like 2 things. I can pop a little hole right here like that. And let's say this will be the first level where we'll have a bunch of chests, and then we'll have another level that'll go down. I want to at least make 2 levels. We have enough room for 4, 5. That'll be like my easy access to the chest room if I need to be able to just go grab something real quick. Either way, let's chop down some of these mega spruce trees. And now here is our chest room. All we need to do is actually add the actual auto sorting system, but we got these nice little walls to prevent me from accidentally falling off. More so the aesthetic than anything, and being able to hold up some lights, because I hate torch spam. And I realized down in the furnace we got torch spam, and that's frustrating. Also, I wanted to make this yellow because I was like, oh, you know, we're inside of a chest. That only makes sense. But I have black down there, and then the black kind of just muddies the yellow. And then I realized I probably should just do blue all the way through, and then it would be consistent with the water. Regardless, though, now we got the bubble elevators that go up into a bridge. We're able to get off at this floor and start our auto sorting system, which is going to require a lot of chests. So yeah, let's get to placing those. And get more wood for more chests. And there we go. We got all of our chests set up all the way around it. This is obviously a whole lot of storage. Originally, I was like, yeah, we can make this multi-level. I mean, we can. I don't think I really need to yet. This is definitely enough chests for all the blocks that we at least have in this world. And then I left like a little bit of texture on top by using the stairs so that obviously these can still be open, but I can be able to add an item frame on top so that I know which slot is in what chest. But also, guys, check this out. You want to strip these logs to make them look like this? Right clicking right now. Literally right clicking. Look at that. Nothing. You wanna know why? Because you can't have a shield on while doing that. Minecraft. What the heck? Anyways, now it's time to do all the hoppers and all the redstone on the backside. And now I'm going to need a whole lot of redstone on the backside of these before I can finish placing on the rest of the hoppers, which the redstone's one of those things I don't have a lot of, fortunately. So, to the caves we go. And now finally, our storage room is 100% completed. So we can basically throw all the items that we've ever owned into this storage room. I do kind of need to sort it out a little bit. Let's say I wanted to make this hopper the filtering system, and then I want it to be stone blocks. I have to actually like filter out every single one of these chests. And yeah, it'll take a little while. However, we're not done with the base, so I'll do this later. I ended up adding on a little bit of a roof to it, just so, you know, it feels like there's like a little bit of a room. I'm still able to easily fly all the way through. This was my main goal, is being able to fly up and down the entire thing. So if I'm like, okay, well, I want to go to the chest room, I could easily just fly on into the chest room. If I want to go down to the fern eye, I could go down to the fern eye. Speaking of, how's the lava? Okay, so it's looking like it has to be a lava source block. All right, now we know. Regardless, now I need to actually build a true house at the very top of this thing. The place in which we are going to have our bed, where we're going to sleep at night and live life. Honestly, we're not going to spend that. Ew. Ew. Okay, we need to fix this glass scenario real quick. This is so gross. It goes from a black one to a yellow one back to a black one, and it made doo-doo brown. I'll be honest, black looks pretty cool, but it's just not what I want. Oh, snap. We got 2 wandering traders at the same time. I've never had this, actually. We're selling slime balls, bunch of garbage. Oh, wait. Light blue dye? Ooh. Hey, kind of what we need right now. So I want to use blue to be able to make blue glass. They're both selling light blue dye. All right. You know what? I could get it for free. Yoink. All right, let's see which one has the better color. Oh, hey. Hello. Hey, yo. I'll just plop it down right there. See, now that matches the water, and that kind of looks consistent, and I like that. But for the sake of going to Flavor Town, what does that one look like? Not good. All right, ditch you in the water, and basically just fill in each one of these so that then I'll never fall through. Oh wait, can't really fly up this. Need to go through the water, and there we go. Yeah, I'll never actually like fall into it. Let's get to building up an actual house for us. You better believe we go in the PaulGG tried and true spruce-a-roo. Finally, here we go. This is kind of the main structure of the house, and then I want to create some bridges that'll go over into some other towers on each side, and then probably set up maybe like a little farm or something like that. Probably don't really need it. It's more for aesthetics. However, interior wise, it's nice. It's humble. I mean, we need to build something fairly humble, especially on top of a gargantuan building like this. Just because we're ruling the kingdom down there that we're going to eventually build doesn't mean that we got to rule with an iron fist, you know? Honestly, I actually really do like the way this house looks too, I'm not gonna lie. Now let's add the other towers on it as well by simply building out a little bridge. And this tower is going to be much smaller than the actual main base itself, but I'm planning on putting my enchantment room in here, so I do need it to be big enough for at least that. That should be good. We'll put the enchantment table right there, wrap some books around it, probably expand this platform just a schmidgel. I do want this to feel pretty castle-y, so I'm gonna set up like some walls and then build up like an open roof without any like well, I guess walls, even though I just said walls, but I mean like actual wall blocks. All right. There we go. I'm vibing with this now. We got a little bridge going from the main house to the actual tower. Let me give you the rundown real quick. Put a little doorway right here. Walk in, enchantment table surrounded by bookshelves. It'll fit perfectly right here. Honestly, I'm just messing with the whole aesthetic of this thing with the bridge going over to the tower. It's a nice little castle-y look. All we need to do is basically add this tower onto this side, which we can just do it right now. There we go. Now we got both sides. Both towers are set up, matching each other, I hope. The roof is hard, okay? So I don't know 100% if the roof is correct. It's hard to like match the roof. However, I also realize I'm missing some walls. Hold on. Don't judge me. I'm tired. Filming this entire video for like 3 weeks again. But there we go. Now it looks right. And I'm liking the way this is looking. Because like I said, it feels almost like one blocky, you know? Where there's just like the one giant block and you got a base on it. It looks so cool. Then we could add some farms, maybe a little like shack and stuff like that as we start expanding the base some more. But like this obviously is where we're going to be like officially living out of. This tiny little house on this giant mega base. The concept of it is just really funny to me. Regardless, this is the mega base, a giant base made up of giant blocks, all the essentials that you'd want in a home. You got your crafting area, your smelting area, your storage room, and of course can't forget about your bedroom. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash that like button, hit subscribe, join the PaulGG army, and I will see you guys in the next one.